Hey guys, so I was requested to make another Flow Desk how-to video for you guys because when I first did it, it was like a month ago and I was new to Flow Desk and I just wanted to make you guys a super simple video. Sorry, it's the Sunday glow currently and my week-old hair that needs to be washed. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you exactly what I use Flow Desk for because I know there's a lot of you guys that are usually on the fence. Do I invest in it? It's $19 a month. Or do I continue doing what I do? Truthfully, like in the beginning of my business, I wouldn't be like, I need Flow Desk. Like I kind of found other ways. But as I've grown and I know you guys are going to grow, it's going to help you so much to have systems in place. Because say you want to sign up 40 people this month, do you have a system that's going to be able to serve 40 people, showing them how to use their boot camps, how to set them up as a coach, all those things? Because it's so easy to lose track of people. But when you have a system like Flow Desk and workflows, it's super simple that the people that want to run and take the information are able to, and you don't feel like people are slipping through the cracks. If they don't want it, you can't make them drink it, right? So that's kind of how my system is working. I'm going to share my screen now and we're going to go over this. So first off, the reason I like Flow Desk is because I can create segments of my audience. So in Flow Desk, you can go to segments, and this is where I have added all my people. So all of my people that have ever bought Beachbody On Demand or a challenge pack or anything are in here, because on your Coach Back Office, you can download a file that gives you all their names and their emails, and I have them all in here. So my current coaches are in here, and your guys' coaches are in here, and then all of my BOD clients before that I created this, and then all my newer boot campers in the last 2 months that have gotten started, or last month probably got started, are in here because I have a workflow for those new people. Before I didn't, so I didn't just like add them in, but now these are all my newer boot campers. So boot campers and BOD clients are very similar for me. And then without Beachbody On Demand, so these are people that never subscribed again, or maybe they just bought a product, but they never ended up buying Beachbody On Demand or a challenge pack, or their challenge pack expired or whatever it might be, but they have been a client in the past. They are in this without BOD group. All my coach prospects that are ever interested in coaching are in this group because I have a workflow for them, which I'll explain. And then everybody that has ever wanted info on my boot camp is in this workflow for sample workout, because that's where I send them the sample workout. And then my free leads are in this group. And the reason why they have their own segment is because I have a form that they can fill out to get added into this group. Okay. Let's see. I think that's about it. Sweet. And then all subscribers are here. And then say like I want to find somebody in one of these groups. Like I'm like, oh, I remember this girl's name, but I don't know where she is or what her email is. I can go to all my subscribers and then I can search like Hannah. And then everyone with that name shows up. Dang, I have a lot of Hannahs. But I can figure out which one it is because I usually can remember their last name. Okay? So that's audiences. You can download those files. If you have Streak already, you can add your Streak people into your Flow Desk section. Next is forms. So the way I use forms is I put them in my Instagram bio. So if someone wants to learn a little bit more about coaching, I can send them this form. So this form is in my bio. So as soon as somebody's like, I want a little bit more info on coaching, they'll fill out this form, first name, last name, email address, and send me the deets. As soon as they fill out the form, one, they're added to my coach prospect segment, right, that I just showed you guys. And then once they're added to that segment, they automatically get started in the workflow. So I have one for like if you're interested in 10 rounds, which would send them to the sample workout segment. And then my free group one would send them to the free group segment. Does that make sense? Right? So as soon as these are more like opt-in forms. So like if I want to do an opt-in form to get on my newsletter, I could put newsletter in my Instagram bio, and as soon as they opted in, they would go into my segment that would start to give them all the weekly emails as soon as they wanted them. Okay, so these are super easy to make, and I think it's super helpful that when you have a link in your bio, it's great to have like a Google form, but sometimes like our Google form seems more like a sign up form and people feel like they have to sign up if they fill out that form. But if you have a form that's asking them questions or just getting their info so that you can send them more info, that is a way that people are going to probably opt in more and figure out what you're talking about. You can also have one that asks them about their goals. If you do a Google form, you can have them asking about their goals, how much they want to spend, and so you can find whatever is best for them. I kind of have both, but this is for the forms. So once they fill out the form, they're sent an email. The way I use my Flo Desk is that I've created, this tells me how many, 37 emails. So I always create my emails in this section first, and then I add them to my workflow. So let's look up, I've done long emails, I've done short emails. Let's see, we'll look at this one. Oh wait, so you can see the insights, but I want to look at view in browser, and then I'll show you. So like if you liked a certain email that you sent, you can't just edit it once you send it, but you can duplicate it, then rename it and use that as a template, but you can also just create a new email. So I created this one, and this was just about getting onto our Sip and Learn. Super simple. The one I sent today is a little bit more in depth. It's about like different products that are launching, but then I can look at the results, and I sent it to over 1,000 people. So far, 154 people have opened it, 3 people have clicked on the links, and then 2 people unsubscribed, right? And you can literally see who unsubscribed, like this Natalie person and Sandra Cervantes, right? And then you can see who opened it, you can see who clicked on it, where they clicked was to the Facebook group to get into the free group, right? And then to create a new email, you come here. I like to use the Jenna Kutcher ones. I think they're super cute. So I say I want to use this one. So we customize. And you would just put in whatever info you want. Super simple. And then like, so for say I want to add, let's see, in here, I want to click on the photo, I can do images, I can change the shape, I can add a photo, and then I can put whatever info I want here, and then link if I want this to link to a group, or I want it to link to a video, or I want it to link to whatever. You can put that link of any of the address from the internet and put it in here, and it'll link it. Something that's super cool too is you can see the desktop version, so what it would look like if someone opened it on their computer, and then also what the mobile version would look like. And I highly suggest sending a sample to yourself over here before you send it out to whoever, because you want to make sure you don't have any typos or anything, right? Okay, cool. So that's how you kind of create an email. Super easy. You can always use mine as templates because you guys get a lot of my emails, but there's no wrong way to do it. So if you want to make a duplicate your email, you can just do, you can share it to someone, like so if you wanted me to send it to you, or you can duplicate it right here, okay? So those are all your emails, and so once you create your emails, you'll have a workflow. The workflow is really what the difference maker between Flo Desk and like using Google or whatever, right? So say someone fills in that form on my Instagram bio, they're going to be in my coach prospect segment. So that segment, when we look at this, so to edit it, it's like published right now, but once I start to edit it, nobody else gets an email. But so coach prospect begins when a subscriber is added to the segment coach prospects. So as soon as they fill out that form, they're added to the coach prospect segment. I get an email every time somebody is added or they opt into anything. It lets me know. So it's pretty cool that I can make sure I can track that person so they don't just like slip through the cracks that they added themselves and then I never follow up on Instagram or anything with them. So once they're added, they'll be put into this workflow. So the first email they get is this one. So you can choose whatever email you've already created, or you can create one in here. The only thing is if you create an email in a workflow, you're not able to like duplicate it or send it anywhere else. You have to create a new one. So I always just say, create them under the email section, and then you can choose them and add them here and then edit it if you need to as you go. So I can edit this so I can show you guys what my first one is. So it's what is coaching call? It's our sip and learn that we did before. And then I just talk a little bit about let's get signed up. Here's a sample workout, check it out, okay? Then I go back and then I wait. So you can do a time delay. You can do hours, minutes, whatever. I'm gonna wait 2 days and then I'm gonna send them a follow-up email. Similar thing, like, I wonder if you saw my last message, whatever, right? And that's the 2 that they get. And then I make sure that I'm following up with them as well, okay? So I'm gonna make sure I publish this back. But that way they're getting follow-up emails as well. There's links so they can go to your Google form, whatever you want. Let's see what's next. So my sample workout one. So when someone asks me if they want more information and they fill out the sample workout form, or you can add them manually as well. They don't have to just do the form to get into that segment. I can add people just to the segment. I just put their email address in. As soon as they're added, they just get back put into this workflow. So first they'll get the sample workout. I have 3 different workouts in there because I gave them 10 rounds. So if you have minimal equipment, I give them 21-day fix because everybody enjoys to start with that program. And then I also gave them 6 weeks of the work if they think those are too easy. The other ones, they have that option as well. And then I send them the sign up options. And I took out recover for now until we know that it's back in stock. Then I wait a day. And then I send them another follow-up email about why they need to get access now, whatever it might be, okay? It's pretty simple, but it's so easy that it's working while you add them in. So when my new boot campers get started, they get added to a workflow too. So they get, I think it's 3 emails in this one. So once they sign up, I take them out of the sample workout segment and I add them to the boot camper segment. So they won't ever get those emails again. They're only gonna get the ones in the boot camp or when I choose to send them an email. So this says, welcome to my boot camp. So excited to have you. I'm here to help you get results. So the first I have them watch the Rachel Hollis video, and then I have them email me back with what program they're committing to and their goal, and then download the My Challenge Tracker app. I need to change that actually. Let me change this right now so I don't get download Beachbody on demand. Done with this document. I can't wait to watch you shine. How to start, click here, links them to my challenger guide. Let me make sure, sorry. See, look, we can go as we go. So the cool thing is you can change these ones as you go. I'm gonna add the link to, that group so that they add themselves to our Facebook group. What pink is that? Oh my God, it's so annoying. I feel like they don't match. Rawr. Oh wait, is this one? Is this one for sure? Okay, sweet. Okay, so now they have that link as well. And I always say, don't forget to text me because I want them to know that they can talk to me at all times. So I'm gonna finish this email. Let's double check the next one. Sends after 3 days. So how are you? I send them a Shaco recipe because I think a lot of people get started and they just think they can add ice and water to their Shakeology because that's what it says on the bag. And we all know that is not the best way to drink our shakes. So I give them different recipes. They can just click on here. I'll show you guys in this setting. So how are you doing? They can click on here. It takes them to the Beachbody blog. Takes them to the Beachbody blog. They can see all the different recipes, and that's another resource we don't use enough. So the Beachbody blog has so many recipes, meal plans, prep, like it says right here. So I take them there, and then I have a little motivation by Rachel Hollis. They click on this, shows them another video. Okay, So I'm just making sure that they feel like I'm touching them and I'm not just signing them up and then disappearing, because I think that happens a lot. People slip through the cracks. So they wait 4 more days so that they're 1 week in, and then I send them their third email. As I'm doing this too, I'm also doing every Sunday, I have my weekly emails that go out to them so that they feel like I still am checking in on them. So how are you doing? Have you committed to your program? This week I give you a challenge, post on social media. And I'm wondering the difference between me and your boot camp, like talking about coaching, and they can check out the coach email there. And yeah, so that's kind of all I do. Let's take a look. I have one more workflow that I actively use is my coach one. So when someone gets signed up as a coach. So that one probably needs to be tweaked too, because I just added all those units into our Facebook group, but let's take a look. So like I said, when they get signed up from wherever they are, I add them to whatever segment they signed up. So a coach or a boot camper, then they'll get this. It really truly looks similar to the challenger one, because I want them to get started on their journey and really focus on their journey before anything else. So like I said, same Rachel Hollis video, added to the group, and then I also give them that 10-day training, but I just like to give all the resources I can. Okay, cool. Then a week later, I say, how's it going? I feel like with my coaches, I'm constantly messaging them and texting them and letting them know and setting up that one-on-one. So I feel like I don't have to touch them as much as my challengers that might slip through the cracks, So that's why I only have those 2 emails. And I'm making sure that they're going through the online training. So I think that gives you all of the things. But truly, I feel like the reason why I enjoy it so much is that I can add people to a segment. I know that they're getting the emails. I know that they're getting the workouts. I know that they have the opportunity to click on the form. I know that I'm not going to lose them like I do in Instagram messages, and getting emails is so important, because we don't know when Instagram is going to put you in jail, or if you get locked out or they shut it down or whatever might happen. You need to have emails so that you can be able to talk to people when social media isn't working. There's been 2 days in my 2.5 years of coaching that Instagram has completely took a shit, couldn't even use it. But I wasn't able to continue on my journey because I had emails and I could follow up with them on a different way. Okay, so I highly suggest investing. It's a tax write-off. You can use it as a write-off because you're investing in your business, but this is going to help you become a lot simpler and easy to duplicate for your new coaches, is that they have these emails that you've sent them, and there's different resources you can kind of help them with. Cool. All right. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Let me know if you have any questions, but really Google and YouTube has a lot more in-depth videos if you're trying to do something specific or you're getting stuck somewhere. I can help to an extent, but I'm not an expert. And there's also a Facebook group that has all Things Flo Desk, and that there's a lot of helpful things in there as well, and different YouTube videos and trainings. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll check with you later.